past me will have patience while I continue to develop my game and adjust to the speed of the NBA game. I'm going to be great someday. I already know that.
Okay, last question. If you were a GM, where would you draft yourself in this draft?
Easy. I'd draft myself top 3 without giving it a second thought. I may not look like it right now, but I guarantee you people will look back on this draft and ask themselves, what were all those teams thinking when they passed on this guy? Guaranteed, baby.
Thanks for your time. This gives us something to take back to the team. We'll see you on draft night. Well played out there tonight. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the GM of the Denver Nuggets. We have the 7th pick in the draft and are narrowing down our list of draft targets. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. As a younger team, I feel like we have a lot of opportunities for you. I'm here to tell you that you have a chance to be our franchise centerpiece if you put in the work. How many other teams can offer you that? That being said, we still have a couple of years ahead of us where we're going to be acquiring young talent and assets. We might struggle a bit in those years. Are you going to be able to remain focused during the rebuilding years?
Yes, but with a caveat. If the direction of the team keeps changing towards becoming a contending team, I'll be happy being a part of the rebuilding process. If I start to feel like decisions are being made because of money instead of talent, chances are I'm going to start becoming real unhappy.
All right then, one more. This question is more about how you feel about what we're doing here in Denver. We have a lot of young talent and have depth at every position. We feel we're one special player away from becoming a team that can go deep into the playoffs. We think you might be that player. Convince us of that.
I mean, I can't come in and tell you that I'm going to be a franchise player. That just isn't how I look at things. I know that I'll give it everything I have, though, and work around the clock to become the best player that I can be. My ultimate goal is to win a title, and that's the direction I see you headed in with Denver. I'd love to be a part of it, truthfully.
Thanks so much for your time. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but we would be ecstatic if you were still on board when it's our turn to pick.
Nice performance tonight. I'm GM and President of Team Operations for the Suns. We have the 13th pick in the draft and considering using it on you. I'd like to ask you a couple questions real quick if you don't mind. How important is it for you to be a lottery pick in the draft?
Honestly, I don't really care. I'm more concerned with going to the right team than I am going as high as possible. I want to play for someone who's going to utilize me to the best of my abilities. Someone who's going to use me to put the team into a position to win games. You heard?
Interesting. Next question. Being in the NBA brings a lot of responsibilities, and some people just aren't ready for it, if you know what I mean. What are your plans once you get that first paycheck?
To be honest, that's something I haven't given much thought. Right now, I'm completely focused on my game and getting drafted in the lottery. Hopefully top 5, man. That'd be nice.
Okay, that's all I have. I love what I heard here. We would love to have you join us. We'll be in touch.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. Tonight, we celebrate a new generation of basketball talent making its way into the NBA. Their dedication and hard work have paid off, and this moment is the next step in their promising young careers. It is also a time of optimism and hope for our fans as their beloved teams look for that final piece of the puzzle. The selections that are made tonight will be viewed by millions of NBA fans around the world in more than 200 countries. Everyone is ready, so let's get started. With the first pick in the NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from the Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis. With the fifth pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the ninth pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas. With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles from the University of Kentucky. With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Kyle Taylor from UCLA.
Con el manojo lleno y vengo como un libro abierto, ansiosa de aprender. Los abuelos y que viven cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra. Quien sabe cuidarlo es quien de verdad la quiera. Vengo para mirar de nuevo, para verlo y despertar en ojos ciegos, sin miedo. Tú y yo descoloricemos lo que nos enseñaron con nuestro pelo negro, con pómulos marcados, con el orgullo huido en el alma tatuado. Vengo con la mirada, vengo con la palabra, esa palabra hablada, vengo sin temor a no